Hello and welcome to the Front Office Podcast. I'm your host, Marcus Cameron. And as always, our show is sponsored by Tees and Trees Clothing. Tees and Trees is where we stand on business. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Whatever time you're checking into the show, man, we appreciate the check-in. As always, make sure you click on the like, subscribe, share, and follow button. Like if you agree, comment if you don't. Y'all know the rules. Good to see y'all. It's been about 2 weeks since my last episode. Busy life type things going on, man. Me and my wife on a debt-free journey where we're just trying to get rid of as much debt as possible with a kid in college and a kid getting ready to go off to college soon. We'd like to enjoy our empty nest time by balling out of control. And by her standards, that means whatever we do, we can afford it. And that's fair. I think everybody kind of wants that, but it's a lot of steps to go into that. I'm a spender. I'm a, free life kind of guy. Good vibes. Like to party, like to have a good time. But, you got to buckle in, focus. So, that's where we at right now, man. But I do got a really good show today. I think I'm going to go ahead and give my 2 cents on how I think we can fix the NBA with 3 simple fixes. Nothing crazy. 3 simple fixes. And I'll also touch on the Ron Harper cheap shot at LeBron. A lot of people messaged me, asked me what I thought about it. I'll give my 2 cents on it. You know what I mean? I don't think it's going to be what people think, but I'll give my 2 cents on it. But let's talk about the Ron Harper situation first. Ron Harper was asked at All-Star Weekend about his journey with his sons, and this was his response.
I hope that they could.
Ron Sr., when they were born, was this a vision you had?
I'm not LeBron James. I'm not going to tell my kids what they have to do. I just want my kids to.
Now, y'all know I'm going to have something to say about this shit, right? You know I'm going to have something to say about this because what was the fucking point of that shit? Like, the reporter literally said nothing about LeBron James, didn't compare his sons to Bronny James, none of that. Ron Harper went out of his way to mention LeBron James. And this is why I wish LeBron James will retire, because now you got old niggas like that are literally just saying his name because you wanted to go viral. Or maybe Ron Harper really just wanted to take a cheap shot at LeBron. For what reason, I have no idea, but it is not respected by me, okay? It's not respected by me in no way, shape, or form. Ray Daniels, goofball Jamal was like, he responded like a daddy. No, he responded like a nigga that's mad that LeBron is making that kind of money and has that kind of success. Because what other reason would you have, unless it's a personal beef, which we would not know about unless one of them speak on it, to even take a shot at him when you're being asked about your sons and your journey? You've done an amazing job as a father, and both of your kids are in the NBA. They're both doing well. I just finished actually watching Dylan Harper play against the Pistons. Played pretty well. But I just don't get that. I don't get that, and I don't get why niggas is behind it. But actually, I do get it. Like, you niggas really don't want to be called haters, but you really, bro, that's the definition of a fucking hater. Like, you have no reason to mention that man's name. None. And maybe they know something that I don't know. Maybe LeBron is fake. Maybe LeBron is this pacifist like everybody say he is, and he's an asshole behind the scenes. But it's like, bro, they wasn't even asking you about him. They wasn't asking compare your sons to his son. None of that shit. It was about your kids, and you chose to use that moment to take a dig at LeBron James. It's not respected over here, bro. Ron Harper, all-time NBA great player, played on some great teams. Much respect. But that was a goofball Jamal move. And Ray Daniels used a sucker for even getting behind that. And that's what I got to say behind that. Let's move on to how I'm going to fix the NBA, man. 3 things. 3 things that can fix the NBA. All right. The 3 things on how I would fix the NBA from what I've seen, from what I'm seeing. Number 1, no more 82-game seasons. I get it. Your TV deals and y'all greedy. Y'all want the money. That's just where we at. All right. Let's just be completely honest about the situation. The NBA is turning its product bad. It's not the players' fault. It's not. Now, some of them, yes. Yes, y'all could get out there and play a lot more. I understand you trying to rest, blah, blah, blah. I get it. I get the load management. I understand it completely. But at the end of the day, when you're making that kind of money, bro, you got to put the product on the court. You got to get on the court if you're healthy. You know what I'm saying? Now, the NBA can help its players with that by shortening the season. 82 games is ridiculous. Because to be honest with you, from October to December, we're not watching like that anyway. We're all watching football. The NBA still gets ratings throughout the week because football's not on. But on Monday night, I guarantee the NFL kicks their ass. And now, as of Thursday night, I guarantee the NFL kicks their ass. So that leaves 2 prime days of the week in which you can actually get busy with ratings. Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday. Shorten the season, make the in-season tournament. And what I'm saying about as far as the shorten the season, let me be specific. 60 games. 60 games to shorten the season to. All right? You do the season in threes. To a set of 20. All right? So the first 20 that you're playing for is NBA Cup seedings. All right? This whole bullshit about, we're going to do the divisions, we're going to put them in A, B, C, D, blah, blah, blah. Nope. That's too much. That's too hard to follow. East, West. All the teams in the West, they get in a bracket, and you're playing those first 20 games for seeding for the Western bracket. Same thing with the East. First 20 games are for seeding. And the tournament only lasts 3 or 4 days. Make it fun. Put them in Vegas, put them in, or a big place for the Western Conference, a neutral site over there, neutral site for the Eastern Conference. Let the fans come in and enjoy it. Run weekend games. Thursday to do Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday night. They rest on the weekend. They right back to finish it off on Tuesday and Wednesday night. One game. All right? One game. Last 4 go to Vegas. Those 4 play in Vegas, blah, blah, blah. There we go. Shorten the season. The 82 games is a lot. It's a lot. It's a reason why Utah was on NBC today playing against the Houston Rockets, and they just got fined for tanking. But you're putting them on network TV for everybody to see. That brings me to my next change. All right, so we got the 60-game season. The next change, tanking. Tanking is a major problem. Gambling is a major problem. All right, we can't do nothing about the gambling because the money has been opened up and everybody sees it. Can't do anything about that. But I tell you what you can do. You can hurt these teams where they make their bread and butter. If they are tanking and you find out that they are tanking, take away their TV rights for the year. We're not putting you on any TV. You can't be on your local TV network. None of that shit. People want to see you. We're going to hurt you in the pockets. If you're going to disrespect the game like that and you're going to tank and you're going to just be goofy, okay, bet. No airtime for you all year. All year. All right? It's just like the kid that is great on your AAU team, but he keeps coming to practice late. Eventually, you got to run his ass so, you know what I mean, he understands that I'm not above the team. And that's what you got to do with that. All right? So, tanking teams, no airtime. That's change number 2. Change number 3, and this is the most important one. This is the biggest change that I think that the NBA is not willing to do, but should do. And that is you have to adjust the rules. All the scoring is not as entertaining as it was. And what I mean by that is in the 90s when teams were scoring like 110, 115, 120, they happened to get up 130, it was special. Special is always more valued than common. All right? Special is always more valued than common. Rihanna is special. Stephen Castle is special. These type of players. There are other players that are not as good or not as special as them that are not held in such a high regard. And that's the same thing that the league is doing with these rule changes and trying to get more points on the board. All right? Bring back hand checking. Not forced hand checking. Okay? Not forced. Like you can't move the guy. You can't change his direction with your hand. But it should be okay to get a little like this. All right? A little elbow bend to help a guy. You know, a lot of people say Jalen Brunson is not a great defender. All right? But Jalen Brunson is an undersized guard. he should have an advantage to be able to guard a guy like this on the perimeter or in the post. That should be fine. Calling that a foul is goofy. The flagrant fouls. Let it be a real fucking flagrant foul, man. Like I saw LeBron, and this is how you know I'm fair. I saw LeBron sell a call the other night against the Clippers where the guy elbowed him, and it might have been like a quick elbow, but they went to the damn review booth to review it for a flagrant fucking foul. He threw a little elbow. That's part of basketball. It's part of basketball. You know what I mean? Like if nah, you got to do a better job than that. That's bullshit. That's cap. All right, change the fucking rules. Cut the scoring down some to where those games can be between 100 and 120. I just watched Michigan and Duke play the other night, and the game didn't go above 75 points, and every possession was entertaining. Every possession was entertaining because there's less games, there's more value on the game, and I'm going to be honest with you, they let them play a little bit more physical in college. They let them play a little bit more physical. You can still sell calls, and you could do a little goofy shit out there because they do it in the NBA, but they play more physical in college, and that is more attractive as far as a product is concerned. The NBA does have a problem, and I think they have enough guys up there smart enough to figure it out. I think we'll start seeing some rule changes. I would love to see, like I was watching the Spurs and the Pistons tonight, I would love to see Wembanyama and Jalen Duren, his strength against Wemby's athleticism, and see who wins. Both of them had great games. I think Duren went for like 20 and 15 or some shit like that, or more than 20. Actually, I think he had like 28. And Wemby damn near had a double-double. Wouldn't it have been better for them to be able to battle it out in the post, though? Like, you know what I mean? Just to see mano, what can we do? Like, can Wemby's size beat Duren's strength? Can Duren's strength overpower Wemby's size and athleticism? That would have been a great matchup to see, but the rules don't allow it. We keep trying to blame these players for the way the NBA is. I hear it all the time. Oh, LeBron ruined the NBA. No, the NBA ruined the NBA with these goofy-ass rule changes because they wanted to look like the European game. The problem is the European game has never been as big as the American game. It's never been bigger than the NBA. There's great leagues over there in Europe, great leagues. We've had some great players come from over there, and their fan participation is crazy, right? But they don't make the money that they make over here. They make money, for sure. They getting paid. They don't make that kind of money. They not getting 2 years, $50 million over there. And if you is, you a former NBA player. You see what I'm saying? So why try to mirror your game after that? And I'm talking about the NBA as a whole, not a particular player. But those are my 3 fixes, man. You heard it. It's here. It's recorded. It's on film. I don't remember what I said, but the second one was a really good one. I can't remember what it was. That's fucking crazy. It's late, man. Look, it's almost 1:00 in the morning. I got to be up at 5, so I'm gonna check out. But listen, make sure you like, subscribe, share. I need the subscribers. I will try to get more content out as the season goes on. Hopefully, we'll get some interesting things. Detroit is still my favorite in the East right now, even though they took that L to San Antonio tonight. That would actually be a very interesting finals. San Antonio and Detroit. I think if we got that as basketball fans, we'd be lucky. And I damn sure want to get Detroit and Charlotte in the first round. For sure. Okay, after that melee they had a couple weeks ago, yeah, let me get 7 games of that shit. I'm all in for that. But listen, I'm your host, Marcus Cameron. It's the Front Office Podcast. Tees and Trees, the clothing line. Peace.